For anyone who doesn't know, DMT is short for dimethyltryptamine. It is a chemical compound produced naturally in the pineal gland inside your brain. It is also found in animals and plants, and is connected to almost every living thing on Earth. Its purpose in our bodies is still unknown, but scientists believe it has something to do with our ability to dream visually. In the US, DMT is highly illegal for consumption despite being naturally produced in our brains. When I first came across DMT, I was hanging out with an old friend of mine from college. He's probably the smartest and most laid-back person I know. Nowadays, he works as a chemical engineer and is making one hell of a living. He lives far out of state, but sometimes travel for work, and so when I heard he was back in town, I thought it'd be nice to catch up. I've had dreams of moving from this town after I finished school. But those dreams are still on hold, and I'm still working an office job that I'm not too fond of. And I just couldn't take the feeling of wasting my days away anymore. Every day, I slowly started to feel more and more like a crippling ball of stress and anxiety. When I met my old friend that night, we shared some laughs, caught up for a bit, opened some beers, and kicked it in a storage unit where he kept all his old furniture after he moved. To be quite honest, I was taken aback by his demeanor. How can a man living a busy lifestyle with a high-stress job remain so calm and collected? Like he doesn't have a care in the world. Intrigued, I asked him that same question. He leans back in his old leather couch, the same one from college, and smirked. "'Cause none of this matters," he said. "What?" I chuckled at the cliché response. "Of course it does. All of this matters. Some people are just better at life than others, I suppose. But we all have a purpose here," he says. "Yeah, alright. I just wish I could find mine," I respond. There's a silence followed by a few sips of beer. "You remember that camping trip we took on spring break back in college? Remember taking those psychedelic mushrooms for the first time and being so happy in the moment and just enjoying our surroundings?" he asks. I laughed at the memory. "Yeah. I've done mushrooms a few times after that as well. In fact, I've dabbled with a few different drugs in my time, just for the experience. But I've only stuck to weed, never felt the need to continue anything else." "Well," he pulled out a small bag with some sort of substance inside. "This isn't anything like that, and I guarantee it will leave you with more questions than answers. But if you're looking for a journey, this is it." "And what is that?" I asked. "DMT. You smoke it, and everything will change colors, and you'll see patterns, like you're looking into some sort of kaleidoscope. And then you'll blast off. And, well, it's a very mind-opening experience if you have the right mentality for it. The effects only last about 15 minutes, and after those 15 minutes, you won't be here physically. I must warn you, it is intense, but I know you, and I think this might help you see a different perspective." I was hesitant, as I've never heard of this drug before. I asked more questions, to which he informed me all about the science of it, or as much as he could. I decided to give it a try. He packed the DMT in a pipe. "It's recommended to take 3 hits to fully blast off," he says. "I'll hold the pipe for you to make sure." I take a hit, then take another. I start to notice things becoming brighter and more vivid. I hear this high-pitched ringing in the back of my head. I take the last hit, then sit back. I can't really move my body. I can't even see what's in front of me. All I see is bright colors and changing shapes. And it's beautiful. The ringing in the back of my head is getting louder and louder, until it's louder than anything I've ever known. And then, I'm here. I was expecting some sort of euphoric feeling, but I don't feel high at all. I feel quite normal, but my surroundings are far from that. I'm seeing colors I didn't know ever existed, and I'm being greeted by these beings. They're not human, but they're oddly familiar. I know them as if they are family. And they're telling me how happy they are to see me, and that I have found this technology to communicate with them again. We're not speaking with English, or even talking at all. Communication with them was just connection. My problems here were non-existent. They tell me I'm going to have to leave soon, and I remember telling them that I don't want to go back. I finally feel like I'm back home. They kept assuring me that I will be okay, and that I need to finish my mission. Before I knew it, I was back in the storage unit, sitting across from my body again. Everything felt so small and crowded. "Welcome back," he said. "How did it go?" I met these beings, and yeah, everyone meets some type of entity. They'll usually welcome you and show you around. "Who are they?" He shrugs. "Your guess is as good as mine. But when you're there, they feel like home." "Why do? See? I told you. You're left with more questions than answers. No one knows why it happens. No one knows how to explain it. No one even knows if it's real or not. All we know is that it happens." I sit quiet for a moment. I should start heading back and get some sleep. "I'll see you over the weekend?" I asked. "You bet. You can take this with you if you want. Just don't overuse it." He tossed the back of DMT at me. I declined at first, but ended up taking it anyway. I headed home that night to my apartment. I lied in bed, but couldn't sleep. My mind was racing with questions. I took out the bag of DMT. I know he said not to overuse it, but how much is overusing? I thought to myself. I needed to go back. I packed my pipe and took 3 hits. I had almost the same experience this time, except the entities showed me around this unnatural place, which was so beyond anything that I could describe. "We don't know why you would go to that place, but we understand you need to complete your mission," they would say. "Mission? What is my mission?" I couldn't remember when I woke back up. I feel like a whole different person when I'm there. I need more answers. I need to go back. I packed another bowl and took another 3 hits and waited for the blast off. I told them I need to stay here with them. Things are scary where I am, and I just want to stay home with them. They comforted me and assured me I will be fine. "When you die, you'll come back here and be with us," they said. When I woke back up 15 minutes later, I put the pipe down. I felt like I got at least one of the answers I was looking for. Now, I don't have to fear death. Now I know when I die, I'll be back home where I belong. I went to sleep. The next day at work, I seemed kinda out of it. I couldn't concentrate with my thoughts running through my head. Was this real? Or is this just what the drug does? It makes you feel like it's real. It is a drug after all. I guess I'll find out when I die. But I don't want to wait that long. I need to know. Well, if I kill myself, then I can go back there forever. But if it's not real, and it's just the drug messing with my brain, then I would have killed myself for no reason. No, I can't do that. There's gotta be a better way, right? Maybe if I could bring something from the DMT world back into my world, then I could prove it's real, and I will know for a fact. I don't know if that's even possible, but I gotta at least give it a try. So, that night, I got my pipe, took my 3 hits, and laid back in bed. I blasted off and greeted my family, all while looking for something to catch my eye that I could attempt to bring back with me. Everything here is constantly changing shape and color, so I fixed my attention on a particular smaller object. And when I knew I was going to wake back up, I grabbed it. My hand got burning hot, but I wouldn't let go. Everything around me was blurring, and I was coming back into reality a lot slower this time than every other time. I felt a dark force pushing on me. Something didn't want me to take the object. But still, I held on. My vision turned into a bright, pale yellow light as I was fighting to keep a grip on the object. The usually high-pitched ringing in the back of my head turned into a very deep, low-pitched growl. I didn't wake up right away. Instead, I completely fell asleep and woke up the next morning. The first thing I noticed was the pipe laying next to me, spilled over in my bed. The next thing was a small metal object in my hand. It was almost shaped like a triangle, but not quite. It was smooth, and I couldn't tell what kind of metal it was. It didn't look like the object I was holding onto before. But then again, that object was always changing its shape. I guess this could possibly be the same object, but I was skeptic. I put it down on top of my dresser and went about my business. I decided to walk to the cafe down the street for breakfast. Everyone seems to be in a good mood today. Most people give me a small smile as they pass by. Some guy on a bike zooms past me, as if in a hurry. And when I got outside of the cafe, a girl in a pink dress drops her coffee. "I can buy you another if you'd like," I offered. "Oh, no, it just slipped out of my hand. It's okay," she said back with a smile. So I just walked inside and ordered my usual coffee and leave. As soon as I step out of the door, the girl in the pink dress drops another coffee, seemingly in the same place. "That's twice now. You sure you don't want me to get you another?" I asked. "Oh, no, it just slipped out of my hand. It's okay," she said back with a smile. I continue walking. That was weird. As I'm drinking my coffee, the same guy on the bike zooms past me again, still in a hurry. I wonder where he's going now. As I look back around, I notice people are walking past, smiling at me. Except this time, with much wider smiles and deeper stares. Wait, these are all the same faces that walked past me before. Every single one of them. What is going on? I speed up my walking. At this point, every person I passed has a wide-eyed, painful-looking smile on their face, looking directly at me. When I walk past, they stop walking and turn to look towards me. I rush back to the safety of my home. I walk inside, trying to rationalize what just happened, and I turn on the TV for background noise as I start to pick up my apartment. The channel was set to the news on a story about the Congress. My phone rings, and I answer it. I don't hear anything on the other side, except for a static. So I hung up. I then hear the news anchor from the TV say,
"Oh, what have you done? No, 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 what have you done?"
I turn around to face the TV, and she's looking straight into the camera, as if she's looking straight at me, and keeps repeating it.
"What have you done? Oh, what have you done?"
I grab the remote and turn off the TV. For a moment, all I could hear was my own breathing, trying to piece together what is happening. I walk into my bedroom and look at the metal object on my dresser top. I picked it up, observed it, then put it back down. My phone rings again. I answer. Hello?
"Oh, what have you done? No, no, what have you done to us?"
It's a slightly distorted version of the voice from the TV. I hang up and turn off my phone and toss it to the other side of the room. I sit on top of my bed in silence. Am I going crazy? Has this drug made me insane? Did I overuse it too much? My bedroom walls are starting to glitch. I hear a faint ringing in the back of my head. I can't take this. I grab my pipe and take 3 hits. Except this time, I don't see colors. I don't see entities. There's no loud high-pitched ringing. All I see is black. All I feel is a heavy pressure. I struggle to breathe. The feeling can be compared to being buried alive, and I stay like this for 15 minutes, until I wake back up. When I open my eyes, I don't recognize the room I'm in at first. Everything is different. I don't have any feeling, as if my nerves are non-existent. My bed, along with most of my furniture, is just a white block with an outline. Certain objects in my room have turned into a 2D scatter of ones and zeros. Some parts of my walls are still glitching. I slowly walk around what used to be my bedroom. I try to open the door to the bathroom, but instead, I walk straight through it. I look where my mirror would usually be. It's an outline with the words "Error 404" written in it. The rest of my apartment looks the same. White boxes, outlines, error messages and glitches. I walked back to my bedroom and noticed one thing that stands out. The metal object sitting on top of a white block that was my dresser. It's the only thing that still looks the same. Well, almost the same. I walk over and notice a glowing power symbol on the object. I press it. A hologram-like screen pops up, with the only options being shut down and reset. I chose the reset button. That's all I remember before I woke up the next day in my bed, feeling fully refreshed. I take a look around real quick. No weird metal object, and no bag of DMT anywhere to be found. I check my phone to see a text from my old friend. "Hey buddy, still wanna catch up tonight? I gotta go by my old storage unit later tonight to get some stuff. Let me know." I check the date to confirm that we haven't met up already. Wow. It's absolutely insane how realistic a dream can be. It had to be a dream, right? I mean, it's not possible. I could have crossed 2 dimensions together, which caused the whole Matrix reality we live in to crash and fail. Is it?